Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo, and today we're reading Welcome to Nichiren Buddhism. Your questions answered. We're actually on chapter 4, and chapter 4 is about on practice. So it's all questions to do with the practice and the faith. So, how does this practice work in our life? What does it entail? So it says here, the aim of Nichiren Buddhism is to help us transform our lives to become generally happy, to enjoy good health, to be able to win over our deepest karma, and to grow into individuals who care for others. The practice of chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo and doing Gonyo is like a spiritual workout which purifies our life, gets our motor running, and puts us on the right course for the day. We get vitalized and revitalized and energized as our inner life condition changes. It fills us with the determination to win, to remain undefeated no matter what. We are in rhythm with the universe. It's as if the entire universe is activated towards fulfilling our prayers. In short, it enables us to do our human revolution. There are three basic elements in applying the teachings of Nichiren Buddhism: faith, practice, and study. So faith means believing in Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo and the limitless power of the Gohonzon, and it is the key to manifesting the supreme life state of Buddhahood, the source of all transformation in our lives. Practice consists of two parts: practice for ourselves and practice for others. Practice for ourselves means chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo and doing our human revolution for our own happiness. Practice for others is sharing Nichiren Buddhism with others, encouraging them to practice and teaching them to chant and do Gonyo so that they are too become happy. Besides, practice for others also includes participating in meetings and other activities and doing home visits to encourage fellow members. Our actions and efforts for the sake of others' happiness, based on our growing compassion for them, reflect the behavior and practice of a Buddha. So study implies seeking and acquiring a deep understanding of the teachings of Nichiren Buddhism. It strengthens faith and conviction, which find expression in practice. It also ensures that we practice correctly. Without regular Buddhist study, we run the risk of forming our own personal interpretations of Nichiren Buddhism and may easily deviate from the correct practice. So, for details on the Buddhist study, see pages 44 to 46. We haven't got there yet, but we're nearly there. Okay, so the core Buddhist practice consists of chanting and reciting portions of the Lotus Sutra referred to as Gonyo. This is usually carried out at home and together with other members on home visits and in meetings. Members and guests meet to share experiences of their practice and study together regularly at the monthly discussion and study meetings. All these efforts help us manifest our Buddha nature. We tap an inexhaustible source of wisdom, courage, compassion, and life force to challenge and transform our karma, to lead the happiest and most value-creating existence. So, what is human revolution? What is its significance in our practice? Human revolution can be understood from various perspectives. Perhaps the simplest is to see it as a process of self-improvement. To become a better person today than I was yesterday. Suppose a person is given to drinking alcohol, but because of his practice of Nichiren Buddhism is able to get rid of the addiction. Or a person who is seriously ill gets the courage to fight his illness because of chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo. Or a daughter or son starts appreciating their parents, or an irresponsible youth becomes a dedicated employee at work. Human revolution is also about breaking through our limitations and achieving our full potential. People who are doing this, their human revolution, lead lofty and value-creating lives, stepping out of their comfort zone to give hope and courage to those who are unhappy and suffering. Second, Sokogachi President Jose Toda coined the term human revolution to describe a fundamental process of inner transformation whereby we break free from our lesser self that is focused only on the self and begin to grow towards a greater self that is capable of caring and taking action for the sake of others. So for us, human revolution can be described as an awakening to the conviction that each person is a Buddha and has the power to transform their lives by manifesting this innate Buddhahood by chanting Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo with faith. When we share this Buddhism with our friends and family, based on this conviction, we help them awaken to their inner reality and empower them to become happy. Human revolution, therefore, is a process of inner transformation and self-improvement. Each time we challenge ourselves to do our human revolution, we are able to expand and elevate our life state, and we can see positive changes in our lives and experience benefits. However, our benefits are limited if we don't look beyond our personal concerns and take action for the sake of others' happiness, even though we may be chanting and doing gacha activities. To quote President Aikida, change in our attitude or determination first affects a change in our own life. It can positively impact our health and vigor and allow us to bring forth limitless wisdom. Those who have transformed their lives in the way can guide others in the direction of happiness. They can also change society and the natural environment, transforming the world into a wonderful realm of peace and plenty. So, what is the purpose of discussion meetings in the practice? Discussion meetings are the heartbeat of the Kosen Rufu movement of the Soka Gakkai. They are simple gatherings of ordinary individuals from all walks of life, transcending differences of age, gender, social status, nationality, and race, who get together to share their joy of practicing Nichiren Buddhism. At these meetings, we hear people share their unique experiences or gaining benefit through their faith and practice. We listen to their life stories of inner transformation or human revolution, of having won over their fears, their lack of confidence, their karmic tendencies, and their challenges. We rejoice in these victories and in their happiness. We go back happy, inspired, confident, and determined that just as these persons fought and won over their karma and their situations, we too can do it. These discussion meetings are oases of spiritual revitalization. They are forums for our growth in the faith, providing us with the opportunity to deepen our understanding of the principles of the Daishonin Buddhism. Here, people engage in sincere and inspiring discussions. They listen and talk to one another in earnest and also discuss the Daishonin's life philosophy and the Soka movement for peace. By attending and participating in the discussion meetings, we deepen our faith, become happy ourselves, and expand our state of life to the extent that we begin to pray and take action for the happiness of others. And this is how Kofen Rushu, happiness of oneself and others, movement starts and spreads from a discussion meeting. President Aikida writes, "These meetings are based on a profound philosophy that teaches the law pervading the entire universe. They have a warmth that embraces everyone. These small gatherings are microcosms of human harmony. They are democracy in action. From the very beginning, they have been open and accessible to all. They are the grassroots forum for infusing society with wisdom and vitality." So, what is Buddhist study? Buddhist study, along with faith and practice, is one of the three pillars of Nichiren Buddhism. The Daishonin writes, "Without practice and study, there can be no Buddhism. The truth aspects of all phenomena." So, for members practicing the Daishonin Buddhism, Buddhist study constitutes reading the Gosho, letters of encouragement written by Nichiren Daishonin to his disciples, and our mentor President Aikido's writings. The Gosho literally means writing worthy of respect, and it contains letters written by Daishoshin to his disciples covering every aspect of life. Though written in the 13th century, they deal with universal truths and represent the enlightened life state of Nichiren Daishonin and his fervent determination for his disciples to stand up and win in daily life. In fact, we can find answers to all of life's problems in the Gosho, problems related to health, work, relationship, finance, harmony, and so on. To help us understand the Gosho and apply it in our lives, we also study President Aikido's guidance. These writings contain great wisdom and practical advice on how to live the happiest and most value-creating life. They enable us to change our thought process and awaken us to the great power inherent in our lives so that we are able to turn around even the most negative situations. President Aikido's guidance is based on living the Gosho in his own life. We can say that his guidance is Gosho simplified for the 21st century, enabling us to understand it in today's context and apply it to our lives with confidence. Study the Gosho and the mentor's guidance on a daily basis helps us chant Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo with belief in experiencing great power in our lives. We remain undefeated no matter what our circumstances and develop inner strength and courage to become happy and win in daily life. Buddhist study is not restricted to theory. It is important that we practice what we study. Only then can we undergo our human revolution and emerge victorious. Without Buddhist study, we are at risk of lapsing into our own personal interpretation of Buddhism, or even be deceived by erroneous interpretations. As the Daishoshin affirms with his when he writes, both practice and study arise from faith. Faith is the foundation of study. So second, Sokoguchi President Jose Toda said, faith seeks understanding and understanding deepens faith. The purpose of study and deepening our understanding of Buddhism is to deepen our faith. So, I can study on my own. Why do I need to attend a study meeting? Daily self-study of the Gosho and President Aikido's guidance found in the Origin journals, newsletters is an integral part of our practice. However, to truly understand the depth of the teachings and apply them in our lives, we also meet and study together. Studying together is a Buddhist tradition from the times of Shakyamuni and Daishoshin, when all the disciples gathered together to seek the teachings and practice correctly. The Daishoshin encourages his disciples, I hope you will read this letter over and over again together. At the Gosho study meetings, members study President Aikido's lectures on letters written by the Daishoshin to his disciples. The study helps one to understand how to practice so that one can have breakthroughs in one's life, battle negative karma, and become happy, besides learning about the humanistic spirit of the Sokoguchi. It also gives us an opportunity to discuss any questions we may have on the practice or seek guidance on our personal challenges. The purpose of Buddhist study meetings is to help us apply faith in our daily lives so that we can truly experience the Gohonzon's great power. By attending these gatherings, we deepen our own understanding of faith and practice. We are empowered, in turn, are able to give hope and courage to others. We can say this is the essential purpose of Buddhist study. So, why does this SGI hold examinations? What is the significance? The Gosho states, exert yourself in two ways of practice and study. Without practice and study, there can be no Buddhism. The main purpose of Buddhist exams is to deepen our study and understanding of Buddhist principles so that we can develop a solid foundation in faith. President Aikido once shared, some of you must be wondering why we have to study such difficult Buddhist theory when surely it's simply enough to chant Daimoku and receive benefit. Please bear in mind, however, that while correct faith does bring tremendous benefit, it is also fraught with obstacles and difficulties. Unless you have a solid grounding in study, you'll start to have doubts when problems arise. Hence, exams are held in the Sokogachi to encourage us in our study of Buddhism. President Aikida elaborates, the main point is that you not only strengthen your determination to continue studying the Daishoshin's teachings throughout your life, but strive to put into practice what you have learned through these exams, even if it's just a word or a phrase. Your goal is to not simply to pass a test, but to become winners in the faith, victors of happiness. Even though I practiced, I still faced problems. Is there something wrong with the way I practice? And we're going to leave that question till tomorrow because this chapter is very long. So we'll carry this on as a part 2. So until tomorrow, people, ponder that question.